What's up, guys? Murphy Firearms Training here. Back to share my video on my follow-up to my 454 Alaskan with my hand loads that I like to carry. So here is the expanded hollow point. This is a 250 grain Barnes XPB. Barnes XPB, okay, which is the X bullet for pistols. So similar to the rifle hunting bullet. And it weighs in at 250.2, so as you expect with a monolithic copper bullet, 100% weight retention. Got my caliper here. We're going to take a few measurements. Let's take a gander here. It is going to be very, very, very large from tip to tip. So if I measure that, I am getting almost 0.9 inches. That is 0.893. 0.893. Okay, if I go here, I'm getting 0.881. And if I go here, I'm getting 0.909. 0.909. So from a 45 basically to a 90 caliber, that is a monstrosity. And the damage that did to those jugs, the hydraulic effect, the splashback on us, compared to some other smaller rounds, was just unbelievable. And I want to run the numbers for you, so I've got the numbers. So here we go. The 454, our chronograph readings from our video were 1,257, 1,203, 1,209. I had a second 1209. I reshot that off camera and got 1235 and then 1241. I averaged those 5 shots and I got 1,229 feet per second from a 2.5 inch barrel. That leads me to an energy of 838 foot-pounds. That is more than double a 9mm. That is really getting to be about double a 40 Smith & Wesson. So and again, that is out of a snub nose, not out of a 4 or 5 inch duty barrel. Okay. Now this recipe I'm going to share with you guys is real simple. It is 27.0 grains of Winchester 296. The loading manual that I use, one of the loading manuals I use, shows this load going from 27 to 20, I just had it up, let me find it again, 27 to 28, let me find it, sorry, I had it bookmarked and then I lost it. Shows it going from 27 to 28 and a half, 27 to 28 and a half, okay, 27 to 28 and a half, and so I loaded this to 27, the low end of the load data. And I loaded it right to, there's a crimp groove on this. I'll show you the bullet here. There is a crimp groove. I loaded it to that crimp groove for the overall length. And I did use a Lee factory crimp die. I used a Lee factory crimp die as a 4th step in my turret press. So that crimp die really puts a good tight crimp on those rounds. And what that does, that good tight crimp lets it develop pressure before it exits the brass. So, and let me just pull one of these out for you and show it to you. So here is the loaded round and what it looks like. So I loaded right to that crimp groove, and you'll see this I'll show you these crimps. They're really, I mean, there's almost no lip to catch your fingernail on. That factory crimp really presses that in. You see the bullet goes all the way to here in the brass. I mean, it takes up quite a bit of room in the brass. And that's one of the reasons that I loaded light on these, is that I have had issues with loading to max loads of compressing powders, and that's bad. So, you know, do be careful reloading. This is a very hot cartridge, but that is the load that I used in the videos, 27 grains of Winchester 296. These are the results I got. I'm very happy with these. This revolver is the one I carry with me hunting. So I carry this gun when I am deer hunting, and, you know, I'm not really worried about running across coyote, bear, or really any other critter that I might encounter. And of course, people say, well, you know, why do you carry a pistol? You have a rifle if you're hunting, but that's not true. I bow hunt, I muzzleload hunt. You know, and the other thing is sometimes you sling your rifle over your back or you lay your rifle down. I always have my pistol with me, always. And so if I have to lay my rifle down for something, if I lean it against a fence post or whatever, I have this with me. Not ideal expansion. It's not perfect, but I would trust my life to that. I feel like that leaves a nice big hole. It did a lot of damage to the target we used today, and I look forward to shooting a few more things with it in the future. So anyway, if you have questions, the 454 is one of my favorite calibers. If you have questions, you know, please ask. I would love to answer them. Everybody should shoot it once. That and a 300 grain Hornady XTP mag are the two rounds that I tend to shoot out of it. And the 300 grain has a little more recoil than these 250s because they're lighter. So anyway, any questions, ask. And please like and subscribe. Appreciate your support, guys. Thanks so much.